instant ticket agreement with Scientific Games allows us to go outside of that contract and select another vendor to print a game that Scientific Games either cannot print or does not have a copyrighted trademark to print. We're always looking at other states to find out what tickets sell best. There are two tickets in particular that other states have been selling, in particular Missouri and Texas, which are our border states, that have done very well over the last 2 years. What I wanted to do was to A, go out and be able to sell those tickets, and B, increase the competition. There's only 3 instant ticket vendors. Ooh, thank you very much. There's only 3 instant ticket vendors in the world. And therefore, when you bid out a contract, you're going to get 3 bids generally. Our contract for 5 years has only allowed us to play or to print with Scientific Games. In order to increase competition and to hopefully incentivize all of them to give us their best price, I wanted to go outside and print games with other vendors. That's what this is. There are 2 games in particular I wanted. One of them is a playbook, and it's basically just this ticket that has several different games in it. It's one of a kind. Only one printer in the world can do it, and it's this printer, Pollard Banknote. The other is this shiny ticket. It's called Scratch FX. It's done very well. It has some text on it, some paper, and some foil that looks very well. So all this is allowing us to use them to print these 2 tickets, which no one else can print. So that's what this ticket allows us to do. We will not have to pay the normal instant ticket fee that we pay Scientific Games. We'll only pay this vendor a one-time cost for the paper and printing amount. So from a money standpoint, it's probably a little bit of a reduction in what we would pay just for 2 games. They wanted to get our business, and therefore they cut their rates pretty well to get it. It's very good for the vendor to get in on the state and do business with the state, just like any other business you want to get in, and you cut your costs to get in. So from that perspective, that's what this agreement is. I know it's a long 45 pages, but it has to include all of the security, working papers, information, because our vendors, even though they print separately, are going to have to cooperate and trade proprietary information in order to actually put this ticket on the market so that it'll go into our system and act right, more or less. It'll show up as a sold ticket. So that's what this agreement is, and we anticipate possibly, if this is approved, selling a couple of these tickets in the next fiscal year. It takes about 6 months to do something like this, so that's kind of a time period when we might be able to start this if it was approved.
I know that I have a few questions on this. I've looked through it. Of course, it looks like number 4 here, the value of the cost is depends upon how many products we order. On back towards the back, it appears that you get a lower price based on how many you order. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. The more you order, the lower the price.
Okay. And I guess that's my question here, just to make sure. I guess we're doing this before we have the consultant come in. And I know that Camelot, whenever we had hired them, that was one of the things, and you brought that up, that we do have a lot of times have stale tickets. I know that there's probably a desire, of course, to order more tickets to get the lower price, but then in the event that we do not sell those, we would get into that situation and be quite a bit higher. How do you know how many that you're going to buy? I mean,
it's based on whether or not you do it as a $10 game or a $5 game. If you do it as a $5 game, you order more. But what we did was went in and saw how these games sold and at what price point they sold in other states and how they did. So we would base the decision on the index in other states and how well they did in other states. From a comparative standpoint, how we came up with what we thought was a good price for these people, we took if Scientific Games, we actually bid with G-Tech too, so we got everybody's prices and compared them, which was a good thing. We took what they could offer that was similar. You know, if you got this kind of ticket and SGI might have a gold foil ticket, you take those 2 prices and you negotiate down to where the vendor wanting to come in will give you less. And that's the comparative analysis we did here, which is even if we ordered more, you're going to pay less than what you would have paid to your current vendor based on the negotiation.
okay. And that price, is it like a per order, or is that how many you order over like a 6-month period, or how does that work out?
It'd be one game. So if we did this game, this playbook, and we did it in a 20, you'd order 1.4 million tickets one time, and you pay $418 for 1,000 tickets.
Okay. And have we done an analysis to make sure that we're not, if we do cannibalize the other ticket sales, that the margin on this ticket, it will be better, it sounds like?
Yes, sir. If, for instance, if we did that, what I just talked about, $418 for 1,000 tickets, if you did an analysis, we would pay for a comparable game, we pay $550,000 versus $650,000. So it's a reduced rate, or it's a comparable rate to what we currently have.
Okay. And as far as the contract, has DFNA, since we moved this to DFNA, has DFNA legal staff or who has actually reviewed the contract to make sure that we have all the specifics and that we're not actually missing out on anything from that standpoint?
It was sent over there. I don't know if they want to, it was okay. I'm not.
Okay, by who?
Camber. Sorry.
Okay. Possibly in the future, I mean, Larry, maybe you could wait, do we believe, well, so I guess the procurement would be the DFNA, so you're comfortable that the contract's been reviewed appropriately? By, okay. Do any other members have any questions in regards to this contract? Okay, seeing none, without objection, we'll consider it reviewed. We see no objections, so it'll be reviewed. I guess that's all. We appreciate you all coming, and we look forward to trying to grow this and working with you, and just know that we'll all be available whenever you need us. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Likewise, we're looking forward to working with you over the next time, just to see how we can make a difference.
Super. Thank you, sir. Thank you.